What it is, what it do, cyber world. It is your girl, the one and only Ash Said It. AshSaidIt.com, AshSaidIt.com. Welcome back to the Ash Said It Daily Podcast Show. We appreciate each and every one of you guys for all your downloads, all your shares on social platforms, of course. We are near 500,000 streams worldwide, and oh yeah, happy Halloween. Hope you guys are having a great time and you're going to enjoy some festivities tonight. Well, right now I have my expert financial advisor, Mr. David Snyder. David.
Hi, Ash. Thanks for the introduction and happy Halloween to everybody out there that's listening in on this. I work in Atlanta in the financial district for actually the largest financial institution in the country. I am a financial advisor. I have actually many years of corporate experience, and at the end of this, if you'd like further conversations with me, I'll give you my contact information. But what we thought we would talk about today is something that should be of interest to everyone. And if it's not of interest, I want to get it up on your radar screen. And that is the 5 questions you should ask yourself before you retire. And I must add that I'm not a legal or tax advisor, so if you have questions on legal issues or tax issues before taking action, you should see how this would apply to your own situation and talk with your attorney or CPA. But I am fully licensed to give financial advice.
Okay.
So, question number 1. What is one of the biggest threats to my retirement? Well, a lot of people would say, maybe it's healthcare expenses or it's inflation or it's, longevity, because people are living longer and longer all the time. But those are not really the biggest threats to your retirement. The biggest threats are how much you spend, how much you plan to spend in retirement, and as you're getting ready for retirement, how much you're saving right now. The second biggest threat is after you do retire, market volatility. And we all know that markets go up and markets go down. And we saw this in 2008 when the Dow Jones Industrial plunged from its high of 14,000 down to 9,300, a 38% decline. And for the most part, if you think about it, it took all the way until May of 2013 for the Dow to regain the ground that it lost during the Great Recession in 2008 and 2009. Now, if you look at how the market has performed over the last 4 years, from May of 2013 when it regained its high water mark, it's now added almost 8,500 points to the Dow. So the Dow has come close to doubling. It fell all the way to 9,300 from 14,000, and now it's all the way back to 22,000, I believe about 350. But one of the big things that happens to people when they retire, and in the year they retire, is what precisely happens to the market. And you can take 2 identical scenarios of people that both have a $1 million nest egg. And one person is very lucky. They're pulling 5% a year, $50,000 a year out of their portfolio from their retirement expenses. And in year 1, 2, and 3, the market's up 16.7, 31.1, and 9.4. And then in years 4 and 5, it's down 1.5 and 25.6. But that experience over a 5-year average return was 6%. The second scenario is the person that's not so lucky. Same $1 million portfolio, pulling $50,000 a year out, 5%, but the market tanks the year they retire, down 25, down 1.5 in subsequent years, and then it has 3 good years, up 9.4, up 31.1, up 16.7. Again, a 6% return. Well, guess what? At the end of 5 years, the person who had the luck in the market the year they retired, their nest egg has now grown from $1,010,110, even though they were pulling $50,000 a year out. The other individual who suffered the market declines immediately after retirement, their portfolio 5 years later is only worth $875,000. So you can see how the market can impact you.
Yes.
The second thing is, which day of the week do people spend the most money? Well, probably if you think about it, no surprise, it's Saturday. So this gets back to spending habits, because when you're retired, every day can be Saturday. So you have to be thoughtful about that. And you also have to remember the effect of inflation. If prices rise 4% annually, 20 years from now, a dollar will only be worth 44 cents in today's money. So inflation can really chip away at your retirement savings over time. Let's talk about longevity, because people are living longer and longer lives all the time. If you're 83, if you're a 65-year-old in good health, you have a 50% chance as a male of living to 83, and you have a 20% chance of living to 91. If you're a female at 65 and in good health, you have a 50% chance of making it to 86, 3 more years than a guy, and 20% of making it to 94. And couples tend to live even longer. A 50% chance of making it to 90 and a 25% chance of making it to 95. Question number 2. What is not having a plan, having a well-written plan that addresses your potential challenges? Question number 2. When should I begin Social Security? Well, Social Security is scheduled to be solvent until 2036, and at that point in time, estimates are without changes in the law, you only get 79% of your benefits. Hopefully Congress will act, and they'll fix it. But the earliest you can claim Social Security is 62. But there's a catch, because if you claim Social Security at 62, and you decide to go back to work. Now, this doesn't count investment income or pensions, but if you decide to go back to work and you're collecting Social Security, for every dollar you make over $17,000, your Social Security benefit will be reduced by $2. So that is the government's way of encouraging you to wait to full retirement age, which, depending on your age, is somewhere between 66 and 67. Once you hit full retirement age, you can go out and make as much money as you want, and there will be no reduction in benefits. But if you wait until age 70 to begin Social Security versus taking it at age 62, your benefit will increase by 76%. So if you have a way to support yourself in your 60s and can delay getting Social Security, that's a big help. However, most people don't do that. 62% of men and 68% of women claim reduced benefits before full retirement age of 66 and some months, and only 5.2% of men and 4.5% of women carry it all the way out to age 70. One of the things a financial advisor can help you with is helping you decide what's the break-even point and when you should take it. Question 3, how much can I spend in retirement? Think of it this way. You have essential necessities, and you have discretionary luxuries. Essential necessities: food, mortgage, health care, transportation. Discretionary luxuries are travel, entertainment, recreation. So it's nice to be able to balance it all, but you at least need to have enough money coming in to cover your basic essential living expenses, and you may have to compromise on some of the discretionary things that add more pleasure into your life. And these are things a financial advisor can help you do. They can help you estimate your retirement expenses on a worksheet and create a plan that's best for you. Essential expenses, lifetime income. That's we call this kind of a 3-leg stool. Social Security benefits, if you're lucky enough to have a pension, which to a large degree they've gone away, that was always the second leg of the stool. And then the third one would be your savings, qualified retirement plans, 401k, 403b, government employees 457. For income that will likely change during your lifetime, it's your portfolio income, part-time employment, rental income, income, other ways that you might develop an income stream as you're retired. Because you always have the chance to work longer, spend less during your retirement, save more while working, leave less to beneficiaries, increase your tolerance for risk, or you can retire, or if you have a surplus, you've got more money coming in than you're going to spend, you could retire earlier, spend more during retirement, or spend more while working, or leave more to your beneficiaries, or decrease your risk. Question 4, how should I invest during retirement? Well, the question that you need to ask yourself here is, how much risk are you willing to take? I will tell you that the best investments are typically 100% stocks. That is being the most aggressive you can be. But the safest investment is a combination of stocks and fixed income or bonds. For those people that are in 100% stocks over, well, let's give you an average historical return between 2004 and 2014. If you were in 100% stocks, you had an 8% compounded annual return. If you were 50% stocks, 50% bonds, you would have had a 7.75% return with a lot less risk and volatility. So how you invest is very important, and diversification. You don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. Diversification is very important. And there is an investor psychology. People tend to buy high, and then the market corrects, and they panic, and they sell everything. What we tell people is you need to have enough liquidity that if the market goes south, that you can ride it out, because over time, the market always comes, or at least historically, has always come back. The chance of a portfolio lasting 30 years, well, there's really two factors to that. It's one, how much are you, if you have $1 million portfolio, how much are you withdrawing every year, and how have you invested it? The sweet spot to pretty well ensure it's going to last is, we recommend a 4% withdrawal rate, and as you're moving into your 60s, changing the mix from maybe 75% equity to 25% equity and 75% fixed income. That way, you can be relatively sure that your lifetime savings will last. The final question number 5 is, am I on track? Well, one of the things we do as financial advisors, we help you define your major life goals. We help you define what is an ideal versus an acceptable goal. Ideal meaning, wow, that's perfect. That's really what I want, but acceptable is I could live with this. Then we help you prioritize your goals, and then we stress test those goals, running some computer simulations so that we can tell you, well, what would happen if the stock market crash of 1929 and the Great Depression occurred while you were retired? Would your money last? Yes, we can do that. Then we come in with some recommendations. We implement those recommendations. We monitor the progress, and then we meet with you again, and we go over your goals and priorities to see if anything has changed. And we estimate your retirement sustainability by running computer simulations on your financial health. And we literally develop probabilities that you will not outlive your money, or that you are not in good shape. You might outlive your money, and then we can help you adjust your plan. So those are the 5 questions you should ask yourself before you retire. But even if you're 25 years old, those are questions you should really be asking yourself right now, because it's never too early to start, and you don't want to be in a position where you're 60 years old and the retirement is staring you in the face and you haven't prepared. Because I'll tell you, 50% of Americans over 50 have saved less than $10,000, and that is going to be painful. You don't want to be old, sick, and poor. Ash, thank you so much.
Oh, well, thank you so much for sharing that information with us, David. I know that you touched on some points that we've not actually gone on it. You're our actual first expert financial advisor that we've had on, so I really appreciate you for finding time in your schedule to chat with us here today, David. Let our audience know the best way to get in contact with you if they've got questions or concerns about anything.
Best way to get in touch with me would be you can call my office line 404-760-7635, 404-760-7635. If I'm not in, my assistant will take the call, or you can always leave a voicemail, or you can contact me via email at david.r.snyder, SNYDER, at WellsFargoAdvisors.com. Wells Fargo Advisors is all one word. WELLSFARGO Advisors, ADVISORS. And I look forward to hearing from you. If you have questions, shoot me an email or give me a call.
Awesome, awesome. And thank everyone for tuning into the show, for downloading the show. We appreciate each and every one of you. I know that you have a lot of great takebacks from what David had to share. And like I said, you guys can listen back and find out how to get in contact with him. Keep in mind, anyone to tell you that you can't do what you want to do, you look them square in the face and tell them, don't believe me, just watch. Watch what I do. Watch me make it happen. Watch me make history. Because that's what we're doing this for. We're doing this for the history books. Social media is nice, it's cool, it's fun, but real life is so much better. Until next time, you guys.